Right, how's everyone doing? Thought I'd do jump on the bandwagon and do a end of season measure up. A few bits have gone on recently, so I will just spin you around now, let you know what I'm doing and where I'm up to really, and catch you guys up. The pond's doing fine, they're all fine. Got myself an Acer. I did have that one. I think they're pretty much the same, but I don't know, I couldn't wait, so I wanted the one where it's on a stem and then try and have that cascading over the pond. Just down there, I've had a socket put on. That's just so I can plug the fountain in instead of going up. At the moment it runs down the back into the filter house. Takes up a socket in there, so get rid of that. I've also had a camera put up there, watching the pond, because really what I want to do is I've got it on motion detect, so anything that walks past at the moment, the cats are setting it off all the time, so I've just raised it now to basically go midway, so if anything comes, mainly because I don't think I've had a problem with a heron, because now it's got to the point, now I've done the slabs, all the tiling's done on the pond, it's looking like a nice garden. And to me, the net is ruining it a little bit. So I want to get rid of that. But my worst fear is a heron. Because once they find your garden, that's it then. Yeah, they keep coming back. So anyway. So obviously, like I said, I've got that. I can't remember if I told you, I've got switches here that turn off the air. That turns that off. And then this one was going to be a switch for the light, because I've now had a light put up. What I'm going to do is, because down there there's a socket, I'm going to have that on a timer. Now it's getting darker. She's painting in the kitchen because nothing to do, so paint the kitchen. Anyway, what was I saying? The light. So what I want with the light is I want it to be on a timer. So now it's getting earlier in the mornings, but I'm going to still have it on. It's going to come on at about 6. The first feed's 7. So it gives them an hour to get going. And then now it's coming on at probably going to be about 5:30, 6ish once the nights draw in. And that again is because their last feed's 7:30. So just let them so I need that on a timer. I was going to be on that switch, but then to buy a timer switch is stupid. So anyway, keep walking in and out. That's that. Talked about that. Got these out ready. And then just down there is 2 plugs, because maybe I might do a grow on. At the moment, with all the harvests coming in, I have looked at a few fish. Spoke to a few people trying to get prices and see what's out there. So if that goes through, I'll probably just have the 1 fish, maybe 2. If it doesn't go through, I'm going to probably start thinking about building a grow on. But yeah. So in here, we have the Yoshikigoi Pro Food. Now, it doesn't smell as fishy as what I've been using, the Saki Akari, but that tub hopefully will get me through the winter. I'm going to now put that in there, but the problem is with that is now they're like 3mm pellets, I think, or lower, and I was using bigger. I've now got to drop all the feeds down to 1 and see how much comes out and recalculate what I'm feeding, because at the moment I had it spot on, but this stuff, yeah, obviously flies out the so I'll top that up. Top that up now, get some fish out. Right, so because obviously I've swapped over to the Yoshikigoi Pro, I'm just going to now redo. So I'm doing 12 feeds a day on the first setting. We'll just measure it out now. Boom. So 20 knot yard, I've gone 30 grams anyway. So yeah, 30 grams times 12 is 360, is it? Yep, 360, so it's 360 grams a day. What I've done as well is, because obviously the feeders, I've just bought, so I already had one, I already had this one. And then this one, I think it's a copy, you can see the little like clip there. So that's an EA one, and that's obviously either the older version of the EA, or it is like a copied version. But so for the pair of those, I think I paid 50 quid for that one, 100 quid for that one, so that's 150 quid for 2 feeders. I think the one I was looking at Quinny was £600, which I can't really justify paying it, to be honest. So, you know, and then I think the absolute koi one, like the Japanese branded one, they wanted £1,000. So don't think I'll be paying that. So plan is now, I'm still feeding. I'm keeping the weather around here, you know, ambient temperatures dropping minimum like 15 in the day, so I'm sticking up at 23. I'm gonna keep feeding that, and then what I'll do is, because I've got 2, I'll just, on one of them, I'll just up the feed once, and I'll basically just, that's how I'm going to up the feed basically. I'm going to just slowly keep increasing it until I get to the point where I know my filters can't cope or the fish shows signs. Because like how I do it is, the fish are fine now, and then when I up it, they'll start flashing, and I know I've got to try and feed through that, like ammonia spike and nitrite spike. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with my food, because the old Yoshikigoi. Right, first up is this one. 51 cm's grew to, so what I'll do is I'll just leave a little number down here of what it was to what it is. Coming out to be a nice fish now, started to get a bit of body. I just wish that this colour was throughout. So yeah, 51 cm. So this one here I think's done very well. 37 cm now. Jimmer and shower. Again, leave the numbers down here. Body could be better if it was bulked out a bit at the back. But this one might be up for sale next year, early next year, when the temps come back up, so look out for that one. 63 cm. Shower. This was one of the first ones I've ever got. I got this from Tim. Lovely fish. So this one, still got a lot to do. This is still going to obviously darken up. 62 cm this. I'm sure I got it in early 30s. But yeah, absolute chunk. Damaged itself just there, hoping that that'll come back through. That is a lovely fish. 56 cm. This one, Tone, let us know what you're thinking. I know I'm looking for another Sankey. This one was one of the first times Mike, when he was at Quinny, did the auctions, and I got this at an absolute ridiculous price. I just put in a bid, wasn't expecting to win, completely forgot about it, and then got the email to say come and collect. So 56 cm. This one here, what was it, 67 cm. I think this will just get better and better with the age. just that scale there, see it's just split, that's coming back through, so I'm hoping a bit longer. But yeah, lovely fish that is. So this is a Cuttlebrook Chag 57 cm, so it's grown quite considerably, and the mark, if you can see there, well you can't see, literally that's it, that little mark. So brilliant. It's just starting to get its shape really. It didn't do nothing. All of a sudden it's just thickened up. I don't know whether that's just the sake or just the amount I've started putting in. But yeah. Lovely fish and lovely scales on the top, coming in nicely. So got a Mosako Shiro. Got this at 50 cm. It's now 54 and it's only been a few months. That's some good growth, and obviously it's regaining its body. But the sumi on it is, well, very good sumi, especially on the head. Look at that. But I'll quickly get this one back in and we'll have a chat, because I have been on the pure white, so we'll just have a quick chat about that. Yes, I think a lot of people have been asking and talking about the pure white stuff. It is expensive, the sake akari, that is, nothing else. Yeah, I think if you've got high-end koi, you know, with your shiroji, like your Omasaka shiros, all that kind of stuff, I don't think you need it. But the Kijaku that I took to the Birmingham show, that was lovely and white, slight little tinge of yellow on its obviously the shiroji. So now I've switched the food. I switched the food back over to sake kari growth, and then obviously now I've switched onto the Yoshikigoi. So I haven't had a chance to use a Yoshikigoi to check the shiroji, but yeah, definitely the growth. Wow, that fish. So that's what I'm saying. So in the Omasako, you can't tell the difference. Whiter than white. With me Kijaku, obviously must be less, like the quality of it is less. That's now starting to pick the yellow pigment back up and it's going yellowy. So would I use it again? Probably not. I think the phrase polishing a turd comes to mind. You know, I think so, like the Kijaku now, so say I fed that, well I have fed that for over a month, spent, you know, a few £100, and then now I've switched back over to growth to get that growth again. You know, it's switched straight back and gone back to yellow. Whereas the Shiro, it stayed white throughout. I couldn't tell the difference. So maybe, you know, if you was going to do a good 6 months, a year maybe, you might be able to tell the difference in the Shiros and stuff like that. But yeah, I think for the price and what you get out of it, I wouldn't feed it again. Because again, after a few weeks of switching back to your food to get that higher growth, or even, you know, if you was dropping to wheat germ for the winter, I'm pretty sure that yellow pigment would come back. So one of them really, it's up to you, but I would never use it again. Just got some sedate, because this fish now is one of the reasons why I've got the bowl out and everything, so I thought I might as well do the rest. But it's the growing show from the Balding Reefer. Now, I haven't really had a good time with this. It's, what can I say? Yeah, it's got red marks all over it. The actual one on its anal fin was getting really bad, so I'm sort of like a get rid of the bad one to save the rest. So I cut it out. It's fused back together now. It's started to grow back out, and now it's got it on its face. So it's got, like I say, I've got a bit more sedate in here now, so I'm gonna try and knock him out a little bit, and then we'll pull him up and I'll try and get a video of the red mark really. Looks a lot better than a few days ago. But not brilliant. Yeah, spin you around when he's half cocked. Right, here we go. I don't know what it is. It looks like the start of an ulcer. Clean on the underneath. Right, well I've got some Tamidine. I'm literally just going to Tamidine it now because that's all I've got. Yeah. See how it goes, but like, so see the little mark there, just on its anal fin? That, see how I've cut it there, you can see? Yeah, that was just because I, well, panicking really, yeah. Like I said a minute ago, I'm someone who, I don't know, rather get rid of the problem than, obviously if it was one of the other fish, if it was like the Shiro or the Yami or something like that, obviously you're going to treat it then. That's only been in my pond like to, what is it, coming to the end of October now. I've got that 15th, so it's been in here like 2 weeks. First started like smashing the food and then eased off, and that's when I noticed the anal fin, and literally as I sorted the anal fin out it came up on its face. So I'm going to keep an eye on it, I think. Yeah, and play it by ear really. At the moment it's not spreading again, so treat that, get some more meds I think, and we'll just go from there. I think, yeah, get some more meds so I've got it on hand. I'll probably treat it again either middle of next week if I can get time, or the weekend. Yeah, and go. That's just, yeah, it's annoying, isn't it, when ponds doing fine, there's always that one little niggle or something that yeah, well, I'm going to keep an eye on it. We'll see what else we can do. Little sneak peek for the Birmingham West Midlands Quad Club. Now, can you remember this one with the mark on its head? That's all that's left. Can't complain at that, considering what it was like. Nice and clean on the underneath. Cannot complain at that. That I'll try and put in a little clip there where the last one, because my back's getting. Jimrin Kiyasuri. Nice and clean on underneath. Right, that's me done. Just a quick video really, just an update of, you know, little bits and pieces I've got up with. Obviously had the sparky in, put some more sockets in maybe for a grow on, put the light in so I can feed them in the morning and night. Yeah, one other thing, this that really green fingered, so this plant, so I want it bent down, so you see how they're sticking up now. These ones are fine because that's what I want. But you see how these here, I want to be like bent down. You know what I mean? Just like this one. Do I cut it off here and then start shaping it? Or is there a way of me, like if I do that, is that going to work? Or am I just going to ruin it? Shall I snip it off where it's bending and then next like year season when it starts growing again, let it carry on? Or do I get it now where it's higher and bend it down? I can either wrap something around the bottom and get like fishing line and pull it down, or I've got a bit of like metal work that I can try and fold it down. So yeah, joining in the, jumping on the bandwagon as they say, checking all the fish, very happy with the growth, hopefully it can continue next year. Back's killing. Somehow now I've been roped into painting the kitchen, so see you next time.